the borough of Brooklyn. That's the location for the Hornets. The always exciting LaMelo Ball, sure to dazzle us with his ball handling tonight, leading the way for his team as they prepare to do battle inside Barclays Center. Hornets, Nets, it's next, right after this. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at Indiana, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, right now for Charlotte, they're at the very top of the rankings. That gives a team so much confidence. Having that attitude means a lot with the playoffs coming up.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. The perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then it's Miles Bridges. Then it's Ball. And for Brooklyn, Dimon at the 1 with Thomas at the 2. Sharp out there with Michael Porter. And it's Man in at the 3 spot. There's nothing like the intensity of coming down to the wire when both teams are fighting for playoff position, Grant.
Well, you know, B.A., for these teams, what you did before doesn't matter. You have to give everything in this game. It's essentially a bunch of one-game seasons from here to the finish line. Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. Coach told me, quote, our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball. He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision, and we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Dimon. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
With his size and quickness, Ball's pull-up is unstoppable.
Pass to Dimon. Here's Thomas. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Clock at 6. Sexton grabs the board.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
That one goes in.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of blazing.
Now here's Porter. We saw him with 29 points in his last game.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Thomas drives in. And a nice finish on the layup.
He's just such a strong guard. Thomas can muscle his way into any area.
For 3, Bridges. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
It really just wasn't a fun
time. They strung together a few baskets. They just went ice cold so quickly.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Thomas, that's good.
And we don't see Thomas in the corner a ton, but Cam is very effective shooting that short corner 3.
Knipple. Brooklyn pulls it in. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Thomas has got 7 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
So, at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets. They're up by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
RJ, looking back at the trade that sent Durant from the Nets to the Suns, what a deal for Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was 4 first-round picks and a swap from the Suns. Also, the Nets got Mikal Bridges, who they shipped to the Knicks for 5 more first-rounders. Now that's how you reboot a team.
We've got Nicholas Claxton. Saraf is out there with Williams. And it's Clowney in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
To the inside. Here's Claxton. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Man, the pass to Plumlee. Here's Bridges. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Bridges has gotten his second bucket on the night.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Saraf can't hit.
Nice work there to get a body, seal off his man, and collect the glass. That is textbook.
For 3, Bridges. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far. And one move we're seeing more frequently these days, Richard, the self-alley-oop.
T-Mac might have been the first to do it back in the 0-2 All-Star game, but now you see it a few times this season, but it is still a major highlight every time.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group. And let's use this time to take a look at the Player of the Week in the Eastern Conference, LaMelo Ball.
When you think about everything he's done on the offensive end, he's more than deserving of this award. He put his team on his back when it came to putting points on the board.
The Hornets with a lead. Shot from the wing. Here's Diabate. It's blocked. Miller against Thomas. That one falls. Thomas has got 9.
Wow, what a fantastic move by Thomas. He uses the bounce to create space.
Ball, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Fearless from beyond the arc, LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
He took it right to the rack, and look, there's no one that can stop him.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. He's got 11.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Pass to Dimon. Outside man. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Gets the 3 to fall.
Decisive reaction on the catch and shoot. Thomas always plays like he's got something to prove.
Back to Ball. It'll count. Oh, at the buzzer. Wow.
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
You take a look at the Hornets. They've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Colin Sexton out there with LaMelo Ball.
You know, when everything's clicking, Ball can steal the show, and we're seeing it right here.
Here's Dimon, hounded by Ball. Outside man. Pass to Thomas. The 3 ball. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And Ball gets it to go. Nets trail by 4. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said growing up basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And Jordy Fernandez wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And this gives us a chance to check in on the season's best three-point shooting teams. Number 1, the Hornets.
Having the shooters they have, the best three-point shooting team in the league, it opens up the whole court by stretching the defense out. That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court.
Oh, keep feeding him. This man's on fire.
Brooklyn has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Outside man, and stolen by Sexton. And they're on the run. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Here's Dimon, hounded by Ball. Pass to Porter. And here's Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Over Sexton. Again, the Nets score.
Dangerous in the mid-range. Thomas isn't uncomfortable with that shot.
The 3 from Ball. A 3 ball from LaMelo.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And it's Dimon missing. Wing shot on the way. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. 27 points for LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. We'll be back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Dimon at the 1 with Thomas at the 2. Michael Porter out there with Sharp. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Puts up the tray. LaMelo answers.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Now Thomas beyond the arc. Nope. Charlotte leading by 5. Brandon Miller. The 3 ball is down.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on cheaters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the perimeter. It needs to be a sprint to run them off the line. We'll see if the guys have it in them.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Ooh, missed on the tray. Nets trail by 5. Porter. Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
A nice read by Porter Jr. Surveys the floor and gets in the right spot to finish.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Got a piece of it. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Here's Bridges. Puts it up. Rebounded by Porter. To tie it up. The 3 is in.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Big 3 right there, especially at this point in the game.
Ball fires. Yes, sir. Sticks the J.
Oh, clutch points from Ball. You can't forget he's 6'7", and that really helps him get shots off when it matters the most.
Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. The lead is 2. Miller. He's off from 3. Sharp.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Here's Charlotte. Here's Ball. Brandon Miller. Cash from downtown.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Fires the 3. Money from 3.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy lives for these moments.
And they do have a foul to give if needed.
They trail by 3.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you gotta know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to foul.
Here's Miller. Bridges fires. Oh, he makes the buzzer.
How you finish a quarter.
Wow.
You play to the buzzer. You never know what's going to happen.
The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
What a finish. It takes nerves of steel to knock down a shot like that. Woo.
And so the big win by Charlotte in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And time